Hey, how's it going? Happy hump day. My name's CJ Curry, and in today's video, I got 6 prize picks plays that I'm going to bless you guys with. We're going to be taking a look at the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer, the bat by Derek Carty, and some other projections across the industry to see which way we should be going, more or less on these various plays right here on Prize Picks. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, slap the like button as well. Let's try to go for 50 likes on today's video. We've got a lot of MLB plays that start pretty soon, according to my invisible watch. So we're going to definitely jump right into that. Guys, if you're not playing on Prize Picks yet, you definitely should be. Prize Picks is making daily fantasy easy, allowing you to pick your favorite stars from your favorite sports, choose more or less, and you decide how much you're willing to wager. You can win up to 25 times your money, and that's what we're going to try to do today. Go for that big 25x payout on a 6-pick flex. If you're not playing on Prize Picks, I've left a promo code down in the description of today's video. Code Curry gets you that 100% instant deposit match. Without further ado, let's jump into today's picks. Starting with Fernando Tatis of the San Diego Padres, his strikeout line, 1.5 strikeouts going up against the Phillies today. Let's go take a look at some projections and see which way we should be going here on Fernando Tatis. Now, if this is your first time here, I have one of the most accurate MLB projection models at my disposal, which is called the BAT. It's by Derek Carty. You can find it right here on Roto Grinders, or go over to EV Analytics. You can find it there as well. The MLB season is starting to wind down, but there's still plenty of baseball left and still plenty of super sharp projections for you guys to take advantage of. So in this case, we'll start things off here by taking a look at the bat and getting a projection on Fernando Tatis Jr.'s strikeouts today going up against Zach Wheeler. The projection that the bat has for him is 1.19 Ks, which is less than 1.5. So that one's looking pretty good. We're going to head over here to RotoWire, another projection site and model that I like to reference. They've got him all the way down at 0.99. They think he's going to strike out just about one time, but not two. If he strikes out twice, we're in deep trouble. So we're hoping for one or less strikeouts for Fernando Tatis Jr. So far, 2 different projection models like Tatis to go under. Let's also take a look at Fantasy Labs here, another great site for fantasy scores. They don't seem to have a projection for him. We'll jump over to NumberFire and see what they've got. Looks like Fernando Tatis is projected for 1.22 strikeouts over on NumberFire. So that's NumberFire, that's RotoWire, that's the bat. They all have him going for less than 1.5 strikeouts today against Zach Wheeler. So I think I'm also going to click less on Fernando Tatis and hope that he does not swing and miss today a whole lot. Clark Schmidt's our next one, New York Yankees pitcher. 6 strikeouts is his line. He's going up against the Detroit Tigers, who in the past have been a team that strikes out at a pretty high rate. But hey, I'm trusting the data. I'm trusting the projection models in this case. And speaking of data, we're going to head over to the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer. Guys, this tool right here, game changer, total game changer. I know you guys have seen props, picks, plays get pulled from the Prize Picks board, or you've seen them right before your very eyes get bumped up or bumped down. This is probably the tool that's causing all that line movement on a site like Prize Picks. So you got to use it if you want to get in on the best picks before they get bumped up, bumped down, or completely snatched from the Prize Picks board. This is the tool. I've left a link down in the description of today's video. You can save yourself $5. Use code Curry when you sign up. Take it for a test drive. Take it for a spin. I don't think you guys will be disappointed. All right, Clark Schmidt, his line is at 6. You're going to find him on 5.5 on most of your sports books here, giving this play a 51.5% chance of going under, meaning we're hoping for 6 or less Ks here for Clark Schmidt. Now I'm going to make things even sweeter for you because we're going to go check out those projection models like we did before. And you're going to see that Clark Schmidt is not projecting very favorably for very many strikeouts today. So 4.78 Ks on a line of 6, according to the BAT, my favorite MLB projection model. So that one is definitely a big fat under. Let's keep it moving here. We'll head over to RotoWire real quick. They've got Clark Schmidt projected for 5.12, so that's definitely less than 6, closer to 5 than it is 6. So I like what I'm seeing thus far. We're going to head back over here to Fantasy Labs. We'll just punch in Clark Schmidt's name. You go to the very last column here, you can see he's projected for 5.1 Ks on a line of 6. Once again, that is less than 6. There's a theme starting to occur here. And then we'll also take a look at NumberFire. They've got Clark Schmidt at just 5.3, let's call it, strikeouts. Again, that's less than 6. And go over to FTN. And take a look at their strikeout model for MLB. They've got Schmidt projected for just 5.7K. So as you can see, his ceiling's sitting right around 5.7, but a lot of these projection models have him going for under 5 or closer to 5 strikeouts. So for me, I'm going to take advantage of this. I'm going to choose less. It is a plus EV play. It is projecting favorably on multiple MLB models. All right, our third pick. We're going back to the hitters. We had Tatis under 1.5 strikeouts. Now we're looking at Jordan Westberg. I played this young man yesterday. Baltimore Orioles hitter. 0.5 total bases. I'm going to hopefully go back to the well today and prosper. So he's at 0.5 total bases. We need him to get on base one time. And if you're not familiar with how total bases work, the hitter has to use his stick, his bat, in other words, to hit the ball and get on base. Walks don't count. Being hit by a pitch doesn't count. You have to use the lumber to reach base. So in this case, we need a hit for Jordan Westberg, and he is projecting favorably to get one. Let's see if it's a plus EV play real quick. We'll punch him in here on the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer. And when we do that, you can see that he is a 51.7% chance of going over and reaching base at least one time. Now, those aren't the highest numbers that we've ever seen, highest percentages. But again, we're going to back this up by looking at some very sharp projection models. Starting with this one here, total bases for Westberg, 1.44. Again, we need him to reach base just once. So a 1.44 projection going up against Patrick Sandoval and the Los Angeles Angels today on a line of just 0.5. So that one's looking good. We're going to head over here and take a look at Westberg on RotoWire. They've got him at 1.67 projected total bases. And if you wanted to take this a step further, you could take a look at what his hits on their own is projected for. And he's projected for one hit today, which would mean he would go over one total base. So things are looking pretty good there. We'll also head over to Fantasy Labs. I think they have a line here on Jordan Westberg, giving us about a 65% chance based on their simulations and their models that he is going to reach base at least once today. So out of 100 times, he's going to reach base about 65 out of 100 times. I'll take that any day of the week and twice on Sunday. But yeah, this one's looking pretty good as well. So I'm going to take Westberg for one total base. And guys, if you like what I'm doing, breaking down these picks for you, showing you some data, some projections, some sportsbook lines to help kind of support our decision making here, consider subscribing. It doesn't cost you a dime. Hit that like button. It's free to do that as well. And I'm just so humbled and appreciative that you're here rocking with me. So let's keep it moving. We got Chris Flexen of the Colorado Rockies. He is at 5 hits allowed. He's facing off against the Arizona Diamondbacks, a pretty darn good team as far as hitting the ball goes most times. So let's go take a look at Chris Flexen here. We're going to go back to the DGF Opti. We're going to type in Flexen's name, and you're going to see that at 5 hits allowed, he is a plus EV play, meaning a positive expected value play to go over 5 hits allowed. 52.94% chance of him going over. Notice I didn't say 100% chance. Nothing's guaranteed. Otherwise, we wouldn't be gambling. This would just be a money printing machine. There's risk involved, okay? But 53% is not too shabby, especially when you start factoring in some of these projection models. So let's do that next. We're going to head over here to The Bat by Derek Carty. We're going to head over to the H, which stands for hits. And then they have been projected to give up about 6.3 hits today, which is more than his line on PrizePicks. So let's go back over to RotoWire. We'll take a look there. He's at 5 hits allowed, projected for 5.87. Let's see if Fantasy Labs has any information for us here on Chris Flexen. We'll punch his name in. Yep, 64.38% chance that he allows at least 5 hits today. So that's also very favorable for our intents and purposes. We'll type in Flexen's name here, and Number Fire's got him projected for 5.87 hits allowed. So pretty much everywhere you look, closer to 6 hits allowed is what a lot of these projection models are expecting for Chris Flexen today. So I'm going to click more and hope that he does just that. Gets beat up, right, by those Arizona Diamondbacks bats. Matt Manning of the Detroit Tigers, 4.5 pitcher strikeouts. Now this one, not the most EV play in the world. Let's go take a look at it though. 50.9% chance that he goes over 4.5 strikeouts. So this one They're suggesting we take the over at 4.5 strikeouts, but I've got some projection models here on Mr. Manning that suggest that that might be harder for him to reach 5 strikeouts than it maybe initially seems. He's projected for 3.58 strikeouts on the bat. If we take a look at RotoWire, they got him at 3.6. So maybe the markets will adjust to Manning in some of these projection models that we're seeing. 4.5 just seems to be about the peak, the highest, which is where his line is set at. But I haven't seen any projections on Matt Manning to suggest that he's going to go over 4.5. 3.2 over here on Number Fire, and then we'll also take a look at FTN. They've got Matt Manning at 4.2. So as you can see, closer to 4 or less on pretty much every projection model except for one, and that one model had him at 4.5. So we're not seeing outrageously high projections for Matt Manning today, which is going to lead me to want to select less on his 4.5 pitcher strikeouts. And then the last one is Johan Adon. I hope I'm saying that right. Washington Nationals pitcher. He is at 4 strikeouts. So again, rinse and repeat. We're going back over here to the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer. We punch in Adon's name. And when we do so, we've got about a 53.3% chance that Adon goes under 4 pitching strikeouts today. His line is 3.5. They've been betting the over on the sports books, which has cost PrizePicks to bump his line up to 4. But at 4, that seems to be a sticking point. They don't see him going much higher than 4. So 4 or less seems to be in the cards here for Adon based on the true odds of him achieving this. So let's go take a look at some projections on Adon, our last pick. And again, if this 6-pick flex entry ends up being profitable, I'm going to pick somebody from the comments section to win a little bit of money, okay? I'll give away half of whatever we end up profiting. So if we make, let's say, $20, somebody's going to win $10. If we make, let's say, $500, I'll pick somebody to win $250 in the comment section if we sweep and go 6 for 6. All right. So Adon, 3.3 strikeouts is his projection on the bat. We're going to take a look at RotoWire next. They've got Adon at just, 4.32, so a little bit higher than 4, but not much higher. Let's also take a look here at Fantasy Labs. They've got Adon projected for, it looks like exactly 3. Exactly 3. So that's less than 4, obviously. And then Adon over here, 3.7K is on a line of 4. And then we'll also take a look at FTN, where Adon is at just 3.8 strikeouts. So 4 or less is what we're hoping for here on Adon. So let's go do what we do. We're going to take Adon for less. That's our 6 picks. I'm going to put $20 on it. And again, if we go 6 for 6, I'm giving away half of whatever I end up winning. So if we win $500, I'll pick somebody from the comment section to win 250 doll hairs. Okay, so let's place the entry. Boom, we've got it locked in. Good luck if you decide to tail. And if you're looking for even more picks, follow me on Patreon. Subscribe to the Patreon. There's a link down in the description. It's just 66 cents per day, $20 per month. And I'm posting winning picks each and every day. We had ourselves a late night 10x payday. A 5 out of 5 flex play went for 10x. So congratulations to my Patreon members who tailed. This could be you. You could be one of the 10x winners. All right, give it a look. Join me on Patreon. Appreciate all the support. We'll catch you in the next one, guys. Peace.